E7 or E dominant 7. Here we go. Let's make that E chord. You know an E major chord. Give it a strum. Great. Sounds great. Sounds great. What we're going to do is take the third finger. We're going to remove the third finger from the D string. Let's give that a shot. We're going to remove third finger from the D string, and you can imagine when I was first beginning guitar actually doing this and having to remove it forcibly. But that's an E dominant 7. So you have your second finger on the second fret of the A string. So you have open E. Second finger on the second fret of the A string. Then that D string is now open. Well, that sounds, depending on what style of music you listen to, that should sound familiar. And then, I got sidetracked, sorry, that's such a cool song. Low E, second finger, second fret of the A string, open D string, first finger on that G string, and then the B string is open, and then the high E string is open. So that's what you have. Or if you want to look at it another way, make an E chord, remove the third finger. That's an E7. There's a slight difference. I know I had a difficult time telling the difference between an E major chord and an E dominant 7. You know, that D, that open D is tucked in there. That's it. That's an E major chord. That's an E major. And again, if you find something isn't ringing out the way you want it to, go through each individual string and try to refine that now. Now's the time to do it because you want to be rock solid when you make those chords. E minor 7, bam, not a single thud anywhere. E minor, there you go, nice and clean. It rings true. Same thing with E major, and of course E dominant. You want all of those strings to ring true, and it can take some time. It can take a little time. You can always go back and repeat something that doesn't make sense, or it just hasn't clicked, or your body just refuses to make a certain chord. You can just repetition, you can work at it. It takes time, but you will use this, and the more you use it, the better you get at it, and then all of a sudden the music flows, and you don't have to think about, how do I make this? Think about it this way. Hopefully it's getting to the point where you don't have to think about your strumming hand as much anymore. When you think about that, you might go, oh geez, wow, come to think of it, I'm not concentrating on this thing, it's just doing it automatically. That's what we're after. It should just be automatic, and it will become automatic. It's practice, it's repetition, and it's fun. It's just playing. It's just a source of wonder for me. It has been for, I don't know how many years now. But I'm always amazed at just the expressive nature of guitar and music overall. But you make the same E chord on a different guitar, and it has a little bit of a different flavor because of the woods they use, and maybe the strings we're using, or whether I'm using a pick, or what kind of pick I'm using, or whether I'm using my thumb. It's warmer, rounder. This is a little sharper and edgier. But we can do all that, and then also pay attention to your thumb, where your thumb is, and you want it to be relatively, comfortable. It just should be comfortable. It should become effortless after a while. So we'll keep at it, and let's go ahead to the play section and give it a whirl.